What's up, guys? It's the Maker Manager checking in for yet another deity discussion. So for today, we're gonna be talking about carb cycling. It is all the rage right now. People love it, people hate it, people wanna know about it. People try it right, people try it wrong. How do you carb cycle? Why do people have some crazy results and it doesn't work for me? Why? I'm here to tell you guys why, and I'm gonna help you start your carb cycling diet out, okay? So, the first thing that you wanna do when you try to decide to carb cycle, and I will say it is good for if you're trying to put on size and strength, or even if you're trying to cut down. It just depends on, where you set your macros at. But that's for, a whole nother video. So, you're gonna wanna choose how you're gonna format your carb cycling. For this example here, we're gonna say that we're gonna have a high carb day, a low carb day, and a no carb day, okay? So the high carb day, you're gonna set it to where your carbohydrates are the highest, for example, maybe like 300 to 400 grams of carbs. Your low carb day, you're gonna get a little bit of carbs, maybe just at like half your meals of the day. So maybe, 100 to 150, it depends on, your body weight goals, how your body processes things. So it's all really individual. And then a no carb day was literally you're trying to get minimal carbs. You're only getting carbs, as like extra from like protein or like whatever supplements you're taking, or maybe from vegetables, pretty much. So so for this example, we're gonna use those 3 days. Now you're gonna want to decide when do you want to have your high carb days and how many do you want to have. For example, I do 2 high carb days. I do Wednesday and Saturday. And so I set those 2 days first. So then after that, I'm gonna choose where I'm gonna have my no carb days. So the no carb days pretty much are where I'm gonna, pretty much be depleting my body of the glycogen and the water and stuff like that. And, really getting the fat burning. I'm gonna be in more of a deficit than I would, if I was on a low carb day or if I was on a high carb day. So I need to decide where those days are gonna go. I do recommend no carb days after high carb days, okay? Just really to, cause you get the insulin spike and the leptin increase from the high carb day. It really boosts your energy levels. It helps you start to build muscle. It helps you start to burn fat. That's what the high carb days are for, and it keeps you mentally ready to go on your diet. And then you're gonna have the no carb days where you're really gonna rev up the fat burning. You're gonna deplete your body down. So that's what those 2 days are. So the low carb days are kind of like an in between day where pretty much you're gonna be giving your body a little bit of the carbohydrates that it needs to perform whatever, and they're just gonna help to keep you going, and also it's gonna keep your metabolism up just like a high carb day would. But you're still in a deficit, okay? So that's the 3rd day that you're gonna want to choose. So you kind of plug it around, play with it, see where you want those days. I recommend high carb days on your hardest training days. Like for me, for example, I do it on my leg day, and I like to have my low carb days on my chest and back day, just because I want to be the most anabolic on those days, And then I usually do my no carb days on my arm days. Sometimes I have low carb on those days because it's just it's easier to train those body parts. They're a lot smaller. They don't need as much nutrients and stuff for repair and recovery. Okay. So you got your days down. You decide when you're gonna do it. So how do you do your macros? So pretty much when you do the high carb days, you're gonna want to bump your carbs up, bump your fats down. Okay. Remember that, it's very key, because you don't want the 2 fuel sources fighting for uptake, because something might get stored as fat. So remember that carbs and fats are both fuel sources, so you do not want to eat too many of them together. All right. So low carb days and the no carb days, you can go ahead and have your fats as normal. Okay. So long as your low carb days and some crazy amount of carbohydrates. So that's pretty much my tips on carb cycling. You will notice maybe some water weight gain over time. If that's something that you can't take mentally, then you might have to reconsider carb cycling, because you're gonna have to be able to deal with that. Okay. The water weight does go away. It's just an effect of having an increased intake of carbs. Okay. That's all that is. Your body's just holding more water because you have to hold water to store glycogen. That is why we get bloated when we have cheat meals. That's why we get bloated on high carb days. The water goes away within 2 to 3 days probably, okay? Going back to your regular, low or no carb diet. So those are my carb cycling tips. Go ahead and start the diet out. Let me know if you need help in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. Go ahead and like the video. And you want to subscribe. No, but seriously though, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support, man. And I'm gonna get some more content to y'all later, man. Maker Manager out.